Going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick legendary overview video here of Knowhere, where his status is in the game right now, and with his event actually in a couple of days. Should you guys be building up and unlocking him? That's what we will be discussing today. But more on that thought, guys. I just want to point out as well, I'll be linking all the guides below that I've made previously for these events. So if you guys are interested in taking a look at the best teams, my difficulty 6 and onward guides to get through difficulty 7 with Masters of Evil or X Factor and Quicksilver, those are the required teams to get through it. So I'll have that available if you guys are interested. Having said that, let's get right to it here into the discussion. So for those of you new or wanting to unlock Knowhere, some context, right? Obviously, Knowhere is part of the Knowhere team. This is a war-based team, and as you can see, this is how high I've built each and every one of my characters right now, part of this team. But I haven't pushed them all the way, guys, because to be quite honest, this is able to punch up on a lot of different teams already when I'm doing war. But remember, war is not an important game mode for myself. Raids, Dark Dimension, and Arena is my priority, but I found that this power level has gotten the job done. Having said that, you can clearly see that the character I put a lot of emphasis in here is Knowhere, because of the fact that he does have value in Dark Dimension. I can't stress this enough, because he has such a powerful passive ability here, allowing that battlefield effect to actually provide support for the team, and you really do appreciate this when you're going through a longer stage of battle, whether it be the campaign or Dark Dimension, and having his versatility. Out of these 5 characters, definitely Knowhere is hands down the most important plug to play, but as well the fact that he adds a lot of value. This Knowhere team wouldn't really be much, to be honest, without Knowhere on the team, and that's also why he should be the strongest member if you're planning to bring him up. But having said that, the truth remains here is that this is a war team, guys. If you have tried this team, in any other game setting, such as, raids, blitz, blitz is okay, but blitz doesn't really truly count as a game mode. Even in Crucible and Arena, they just get completely wrecked. I mean, when you see this team on defense in Crucible, it's basically a free win, and that's what I mean. You can build them up high, but the true value comes from them actually being able to participate and going through obviously the war setting, which is what they were made for and intended for. This now brings me into another contention topic, which is the fact that Knowhere team is actually a team that you can utilize to unlock Black Cat. And Black Cat is hands down either the most important legendary in the game right now or the second most important, because of the fact that her team actually sits comfortably in the arena meta, generating those power cores for your roster. So having said that, it's a very necessary unlock, but because of the recent Sinister 6 and Superior 6 rework, now many players in the community have an option to actually unlock Black Cat in a different manner. You don't need the Knowhere team anymore, and I think that's kind of where a lot of the value has kind of subsided, was that when we knew that Knowhere was also needed for Black Cat, and before the rework to Sinister 6, I mean, there wasn't another team to do it, right? And they're basically required. But having seen the recent event with Black Cat's return, Sinister 6 can not only get the job done, but I would even argue that they're just as efficient when you have those war buffs activated, especially if you have a character like Green Goblin Classic on your team. So because of that, their team, the Knowhere team, does lose value there. You also need to take a look at, how the other legendary characters fare in the game. And like I said, there's a lot of important ones here, but I would say, Black Cat and as well as Green Goblin Classic, they're definitely 2 of the most important legendaries in the game right now, post legendary horseman, right? So out of this year, Knowhere was definitely the weakest release out of the 3. However, like I said before, I think plug and play aspect, he's still a character that I don't know if I would skip personally, just because of the value that he can bring to any team that he brings in. Moreover, too, I want to just comment that although his Knowhere team is not great on Cosmic Crucible or going through obviously raids and stuff, but I've actually used Knowhere as a slotting character to benefit and support the rest of my other characters, such as Super Scroll when I was doing the bio raids, and as well even just having Knowhere in Dark Dimension 6, you can definitely notice his importance. And with him being a bio character in the game, there's not that many legendary bio characters that you can utilize, so I think it's a great addition, especially when you're looking to Dark Dimension 7 and onward. So for that reason, guys, I mean, you also have to zoom out and just take a look at the other legendaries that are in the game. Without a doubt. I mean, there's some important ones, obviously, like I said, with Green Goblin Classic and Black Cat, but post-legendary Horseman era, Nova is still a very, very strong legendary character, especially now that we're seeing with new mutants and bio teams characters coming. The one thing I would have to stress and say to be mindful of is the bio gear, right? We know that there's a new symbiote team coming as well, and that's going to likely require a lot of bio gear. And unfortunately, Nova does conflict as well to Super Skrull. So if you guys are getting there and going through Dark Dimension 6, you'll know that Super Skrull obviously is also a bio character, and he's hands down the best character in the game right now. So just something you want to be mindful of. You are planning to bring him in, but even just thinking about unlocking and pushing him higher into those stages. What I will say definitively is that the Knowhere team is on the way out for sure. With them not really having a lot of value in terms of other game modes, I would love to see them revise maybe their kit so that way they can work outside of war a little better. But other than that, the one thing that this team does thrive in is the fact that they're all, different traits, right? If you're planning to build this team up, they're pretty easy on your roster and resources because, Infinity War is Mystic. We got Star-Lord Annihilation here being skill. We got Cosmo being bio. And then we also have Korg being bio. But again, all coming back to that bio argument that I made earlier, especially knowing that there's a new symbiote raid team coming that's likely going to be requiring all bio gear. So there you guys have it. In my honest opinion, I think Nova is still a very strong character to unlock and push up in your roster. I think he can still be a great option for Dark Dimension 6 and beyond. The one thing to be mindful of, though, I think his team is on the way out. So if you're going to bring up anybody on this team, I think Nova's definitely clear-cut. And being, like I said, he brings something that no other character in the game can provide, which is a defensive supportive battlefield effect, the opposite of Red Hulk, right? It's going to protect your team and support your team, and we don't see that impact and brought by any character yet in the game, as far as we know. So I think I'm pretty happy with my investment. I may even potentially bring into Dark Dimension 7, knowing now that we have that mythic category getting separated from legendary characters. But in the meantime, though, this is probably it for my Knowhere team. There's still a top 5 war team, but to be honest, like I said before and echoed in my past videos, war is not a priority for me. If we're able to consistently get 2 wins a week, that's good enough for our alliance. We're not pushing harder than that. We're more of a raid and arena team. So there you guys have it. I hope this helps at least you guys in your decision and insight on whether or not you should be building Knowhere and the Knowhere team. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you agree or disagree. I always love to hear it back. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.